Welcome to Math with Professor V. Here's your latest integral of the day. We have a definite integral from pi over 3 to pi over 2 of 1 over 1 plus sine x minus cosine x dx. Now I'm going to solve this integral using the substitution technique that I explained in a previous video from just a few days ago. And that substitution is where you let t equal tangent of x over 2. And yes, I know there is no tangent in this integral, but that doesn't matter. We can still use this substitution. So if you haven't watched that video, go check it out. I'll link it in the description and up here on the top right. So just give it a little click. But like I showed in that video, if you make the substitution t equals tangent of x over 2, then sine of x is equal to 2t over 1 plus t squared. And cosine x is equal to 1 minus t squared over 1 plus t squared. And then the last component that we're going to need is also our differential dx, which equals 2 dt over 1 plus t squared. So I showed the derivation of those in that video. I'm just going to apply them here. The other thing we also need to do is change our limits of integration because these limits belong to x, and we need limits in terms of t. So I'm going to take t of pi over 3, namely take tangent of pi over 3 divided by 2. That's tangent of pi over 6, which is 1 over rad 3. If you're just a fan of rationalizing, then it's rad 3 over 3, but there's really no need. And then same thing for the upper limit. So t of pi over 2, that's tangent of pi over 2 divided by 2, which is tangent of pi over 4. Ooh, this is nice. This is 1. So now we can rewrite our whole integral in terms of t, as well as including the limits of integration, as we should. So here we go. So now we have integral 1 over rad 3 to 1, and then 1 over 1 plus, can you see it? Sine x, I'm going to replace with 2t over 1 plus t squared. 2t over 1 plus t squared. Cosine x, so I have minus 1 minus t squared over 1 plus t squared. And then dx, remember dx is 2 dt over 1 plus t squared. Now this is actually going to work out like a dream. Why do I say that? Oh, because this whole denominator here right now, I mean, I have a complex fraction, right? I've got fractions inside of a fraction. But this 1 plus t squared, I'm just going to distribute. Boom, ba-doom, ba-doom. And it's going to remedy my complex fraction situation and clean things up beautifully. So we've got 1 over rad 3 to 1 in the denominator. Now we have 1 plus t squared times 1 is just going to be 1 plus t squared. 1 plus t squared times 2t over 1 plus t squared. The 1 plus t squared cancels, so I just have plus 2t. Minus 1 minus t squared. Keep the parentheses or distribute the negative. And then I have 2 dt up top. Look at that. Oh, so friendly. Okay, so then let's clean up the denominator a bit more. 1 over rad 3 to 1, 2 dt over, notice I'm going to end up with 2t squared plus 2t, and then that's it. These ones cancel out, right? Beautiful. Also, the 2's cancel out. You can factor it if you want to be really careful about things, but I feel comfortable. So here we have 1 over rad 3 to 1 dt over t squared plus t. Okay, so what would you do with an integral like this? Well, we've got a rational function in terms of t, so let's just do partial fraction decomposition. So time for some partial fractions. So we have 1 over, let's factor that denominator. I'll take a t out, and then I have t plus 1. t and t plus 1, those are both linear factors. So I'm just going to have constants in the numerator. A over t plus b over, b over t plus 1. All right, multiplying through by the LCD, I'm going to have 1 equals a times t plus 1 plus b times t. And then now let me let t equal -1. I'm trying to solve for a and b. So 1 equals a times 0 plus b times -1. So b is -1. And then let me let t equal 0. 0 equals a times 1 plus b times 0. Why did I write a 0? Oh, heavens. This is a 1. Excuse me. A is 1. Okay. And then now, that works out lovely. I can rewrite my integrand using the partial fraction decomposition. So we have 1 over rad 3 to 1. A is 1 over t. B is -1. So I'm going to write minus 1 over t plus 1 dt. Good? Great. Okay, so from here, let's take the antiderivative. It's no big deal. Each of these is just going to be a natural log, pretty relaxing. So we have natural log absolute value of t minus natural log absolute value t plus 1, evaluated from 1 over rad 3 to 1, all of it. Let me combine these into a single logarithm before I plug in the limits of integration. That way I have less work to do. So ln of t over t plus 1. And then again, we're going to evaluate this from 1 over rad 3 to 1. Okay, so let's plug in 1 first. That's going to be natural log absolute value 1 over 2 minus natural log absolute value 1 over rad 3 over 1 over rad 3 plus 1. Now, I don't need to put the absolute value bars at this point. I could have already switched to parentheses because everything inside those constants aren't negative, and I don't have variables anymore. So there's no worry, right, that the argument might be negative. Okay, let's clean up though a wee bit. So this is ln of a half minus ln. Again, we've got a complex fraction. So I'm going to multiply everybody by rad 3. Okay. And then I'm going to have natural log of 1 over 1 plus rad 3. Are you good? Okay, again, I'm going to combine these back into one single logarithm. So you have natural log 1/2 over 1 over 1 plus rad 3. And then 1/2 divided by 1 over rad 3 is the same as 1/2 times the reciprocal of the denominator. So then we're pretty much done. You're going to end up with ln of 1 plus rad 3 over 2. And not only is our complex fraction dealt with, the denominator's rationalized, it's beautiful, it's clean, and it's correct. Oh my. Did you like this one? I loved it. I thought it was so sweet. The little ending was just satisfying. I like when they clean up so beautifully. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this integral of the day. Like I said, I used that substitution t equals tangent of x over 2, which is a substitution that's credited to a German mathematician, and I explained about it in that other video. So check it out if you haven't watched it already. I'm going to do another integral in the next couple days using the same substitution technique. So if you want to practice it in prep and maybe try, I already gave a little teaser of what the integral is going to be. Work through it on your own. That way you can compare with my solution when it comes out. So give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and then if you want to review any of your integration techniques or calculus topics, I have video lectures on every lesson from Calc 1, 2, and 3. My Calc 2 class right now is studying sequences and series, and they're doing so well, let me tell you. I'm so proud of those little angels. Anyways, I'm off. I'm going to ride my Peloton and then go to hot yoga and then go to work. Such is the day of my life so far. And you can also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Math with Professor V. I love you all, and I'll be back sooner than later. Bye.